Hello.
Hi.
Yeah, testing. Can you hear me?
I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you as well. I tried to connect to the Bluetooth speaker. I don't know why once the live got me in already, it can't connect it anymore. But it's okay. You can hear me well, huh? All right, cool.
Will you wait for a few more minutes for people? For 4 more minutes.
No problem. Yeah, just give me a few more minutes so I think it's better that I put my headset on. Wait, huh? How are you today, Sue?
First day of puasa.
Yeah, selamat berpuasa. You alright?
Yeah, I drink a lot of water, so like just now I miss water already.
Yeah, that's great. Okay, all connected, all good.
It's here. Hello, Shangmin. Club Imara 12. Oh, this one also here. Who else is here? Oh, Sofwan gone already.
Who else is here? Yes. More people are joining us. Maybe we just wait for a few more minutes.
Here too. I know who is melodrama.
Who's that? Melo the drama? Your friend, is it? Or your secret admirer?
Admire me, meh?
Huh?
Who mau admire me?
See, I have a special guest with me.
Mana? Oh!
Yeah, one of our friends in Penang. Yeah, so she got this from one of her Taiwanese friend. So apparently the Taiwanese friend brought this from the Datai Langkawi. I think the label is here. Yeah, you can see. No whether can see or not. Yeah. So basically, yeah, being sold in Datai Langkawi, they have this very, very cute Duskies and also other types of Langkawi wildlife plushie, I think.
I need to adjust my phone a bit.
Can no worries. We still have 4 more minutes.
2 more minutes. Jocelyn is here.
Hi, Joe. Made where? Made where? Let me check. Let me read the label. Made where?
Makanya budak UM ni. Pelajar-pelajar.
Oh, sorry. It's not Datai. It's Andaman. Andaman. Yeah.
Uish,
They didn't write made where, no. No idea. But there's a name for this plushie lah. The name is Atan. 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 Atan the dusky leaf monkey. Especially made for the Andaman Datai Bay. Langkawi, Malaysia. Hi, KX.
Yeah.
More people coming. You see, we never late one, right?
For a few more people.
When we go live, we never late one.
Pak Atan ada ladang.
Pak Atan ada ladang. Yalah, dia sekarang tu ada ladang kan? Ya, stay in my farmhouse tu ada ladang.
Oh, okay. Pak Atan. Nice.
Pak Atan. Just let me know when it's time to start. Sembang first. I'm just gonna click this curtain up so that it's not so bright.
Okay, KX want to be in the video also. Very
Later lah. Oh yeah, do you know that KX, right? Just wait for a while. KX, he has a special guest with him as well.
Oh,
you ask him.
Oh, I'm excited. Okay.
I'm excited too.
Okay, 2 PM
already. LPP t-shirt. Me too.
I tak ada lah. Ada dekat Penang my LPP shirt.
You should bring along what? Yeah. For those who don't know, Sue used to intern with us, FYP with us, and until now, still a great friend of LPP.
Yeah. Sometimes if I'm free, then I go and volunteer with LPP lah. When I go back Penang.
Yeah. So now we're waiting for you to come back. More people joining. Zihao is here. Zihao is another Dusky. More Dusky coming in. Victor is here. Zihao is here. Anis is here. Yeah, Jocelyn. Yay! Familiar faces everywhere. Hi,
So wait, let's-
Z. Yeah, Kai Xian, since you're wearing LPP t-shirt, remember to take a selfie of yourself with LPP t-shirt and tag us lah. Hmm. You can screenshot us inside and then yeah, put it together with your selfie.
Yan Chen not here. KX us.
Yan Chen ah? Don't know? Yan Chen say he'll be here? No idea. Hmm.
Okay, let's start.
Okay, alright. Okay, we can start now.
Hi, Mona. Alright, so welcome. Today we're going to talk with the incredible, magnificent, most... I bodek you. Jolene
Bodek
from
lah.
Penang.
Hello.
She's wearing her awesome LPP shirt, and together with her is Atan, Pak Atan ada ladang.
Pak Atan. Yes.
Yeah, so like what Jolene said earlier, I've interned with Langur project. First met Jolene at this talk called Sang Culture and Friends, and then saw Jolene at the booth there, and then I see something from Penang, and I was like, very good man, this Penang thing. Then talk with Jolene, and Jolene said, okay, can intern with us, and then send in the resume and say, oh, okay, cool, very welcoming. Yeah, and then after that, I continued with my FYP with Langur Project Penang still, and then also continued volunteering after that lah. Yep. All right, Jolene.
Yeah.
The first and
Yes.
most, again, I'm asking the same question. I'm going to ask the same question to everyone. The first and most important question in the history of mankind in this era. How are you keeping up with MCO?
MCO has been like difficult lah, of course. In this difficult time, we are trying to keep ourselves positive and occupied at the same time, and also productive at the same time as well. So for me, I'm lucky because I have quite a big space to live in, and so I'm able to move around still, not to like pi sana sini, pi sana sini lah. So basically, able to exercise and move around the compound area, the farmland area. So now just trying to be more productive on my thesis writing, because I plan to submit my PhD thesis by September, so that I can get my viva done by end of this year or early next year, hopefully. Basically, just to try to be productive as possible. And also thanks to Duskies, Dusky in the team they're watching right now, because we have been brainstorming for lots of ideas. So we are preparing lots of educational material, which later I'm sure that Sue going to ask us more about environmental education aspect of LPP, which we can't wait to share with everyone in the near future, hopefully, or maybe in the next few days. Yeah.
For those who just came in, welcome. And then if you guys have any questions,
Welcome.
you can put your questions in the comment, or there's actually that tiny little question marks box beside the comment. That'll be easier for me to check on your questions. Like I just saw Shamin posted a question, but we'll go to her question later. Alright, so this is the first time Rimba Project is in touch with LPP officially. Woo!
Yoo!
Most probably some of our audience might not know, even though we're dominant LPP people here. Might not know who LPP is, what LPP do, and who is Jolene. So could you please enlighten our audience about yourself and Langur Project Penang?
Okay, so first of all, I introduce myself first. So I'm Jolene. Some people call me Jo. Some people call me Ho Ho Jie Jie. In Mandarin, basically means monkey teacher. So I'm a wildlife researcher. I'm currently a PhD student in USM and also a environmental educator. Basically, during my master thesis, right, which is in late 2015, I decided to quit my job, and then to pursue my postgrad study. And then I met Dr. Nadine, which is my current supervisor. So she encouraged me to really try on primate research, and I decided to study the dusky-leaf monkeys. Then I realized that there are many scientists nowadays, they research on certain species, habitat, etc. But there's always a gap between community outreach and scientists. Yeah, these two different categories. Yeah, which is we conservationists always face. The main challenge is to get our message out to the public. Then, because before I started my postgrad study, I was working in environmental education field. So I decided to try to integrate science communication and scientific research together. And I brainstormed with my friends, like we have Mingyu, we have Kai Xian in the chat right now. So we decided to try to form a citizen science project entitled Langur Project Penang. So Langur Project Penang basically is a group of people. We are from different backgrounds. Like for me, I'm a science student, and Sue, also a science student, but now a theater student as well. And also we have artists, we have musicians, we have illustrator, we have accountants, we have business students like Mingyu, we have pharmacists like Pong. All these people get together and then try to voice out for the wildlife resident. So the objective of Langur Project Penang, short form LPP, basically is to provide a platform for the local community to get in touch with conservation individuals, which is us. And also we work together with the community and train them as citizen scientists to help us with fieldwork, conservation project, and environmental education. Hello, Mingyu. Yeah, she calls Langlois.
Itu Langurs.
Yeah, Langlois means pretty ladies lah. Yeah. So Sue still single lah. So,
Okay. You told me before this that you have a series of talks that you're giving online also, right? So I think so from that talk you will be talking a lot on langurs and
yes, conservation
langurs
and more on the
conservation.
research. Yep.
Yeah. So I did give you like a set of questions, but I think so I'm gonna tweak it a bit today. Yeah. So
you guys
how
want to see
about
the set of questions over there?
what
The question that you sent me from the screen.
Malu. Okay, I think so like from the question that I'm about to ask you, it could answer like Shami's question on what's your biggest inspiration in conserving langurs. And I think so it probably could cover some other questions that I've asked you also. Could you share with us, if you don't mind, your personal growth, like your chronology, life story from where you were before until where, here you are now?
Okay, so I think to provide more relevant information, I should start with my undergrad background. Okay, start a little bit on the childhood. So I'm thankful because during my childhood time, I got the chance to live in kampong. And then my dad, he used to fish. Yeah, so he always bring me out to the sea, like literally boating out to the sea. And then go to those like small islands, right? Yeah, for fishing and then for exploring, etc. And I live with dogs for my whole life. For information, I have 4 dogs now. So my dad always encouraged me to go outdoors, not just to walk the dogs, but also to discover the surrounding. So my dad, he kind of played a very huge influence to me. I'm very lucky because my dad, he's very supportive. He always tell me like, girl, you just do whatever you want. And most importantly is to remember your roots and also remember that you are always being loved and you are feel free to explore what is your passion and your talent as well. And so being a active outdoor person, and then during my undergrad degree, I decided to study biological science. So for my degree, is focusing more on microbiology actually. Yeah, many people don't know that my degree is mainly on genetics and microbiology. So basically, it's always stay in the lab lah. Because initially, I thought that okay, I'm taking this biological science so that in the future, if I'm going to take master or PhD, right, I'm able to venture into more field. Because bio degree is it's like a foundation, right? You're able to go more field. Yeah. So and then when I first started my ecology courses in undergrad, then I realized that wow, it's very amazing. Especially like for us, we like most of the people here, all Malaysian, right? National school. We all know what our science syllabus were. Yeah, our science syllabus are the physics, chemistry, bio, but there's no interactive session. There's a lack of personal touch between humans and nature, like a lack of environmental topic. So I thought for a while, then I realized that I'm really interested in ecology. So once I graduated from bachelor degree in biological science, my first job was working in the cave. Yeah, everyone knows Batu Cave, right? But Batu Cave, Temple Cave is the highest part, and few steps underneath the Temple Cave on the left-hand side when you're going up, there was a conservation cave. Yeah, there was, because now it's closed. Yeah, it was known as the Duck Cave Conservation Site. I hope that some of my Duck Cave colleagues are here. Yeah, and so I was the scientific and education officer in the cave. So the cave career kind of opened up my eye because it was the first time for me to understand more about speleology, means the study of caves. Then I realized that wow, there are so many types of troglobites, means animals who adapted to the cave. Like for example, bats. Yeah, everyone know bats. Bats, some bats, insectivorous bats, they live in caves. And also the invertebrates like trapdoor spiders, spiny millipede, etc. All the invertebrates in the cave. So I was in charge in monitoring of the spiders, the snakes, and assisted a few scientists for sampling as well on the cave fauna. Then I realized that wow, fieldwork can be so fun, and it opens up my mind a lot. And then after a year, due to my mom, her health condition, I decided to return back to Penang. And then I found a job as an environmentalist in Tropical Spice Garden, located in Telok Bahang, Penang. So my main job was to communicate with different organizations, with different departments in organizing campaigns, workshop, and camping for adults and children. So it was the time in Tropical Spice Garden that I really, really learned about the importance of changing people mindset, which is depending on science communication. Yeah, so within the 4.5 years of short career, 4.5 years considered quite a short career, I think. Yeah, and then I realized that, okay, I really love science communication, talk, storytelling, etc. But I also love fieldwork because I'm an outdoor person. Why not I merge these two together and to do something? Then I met Dr. Nadine. She gave me the opportunity to be her student. Until now, she's still my supervisor. Yeah, praying that I can finish my thesis on time. Yeah, so yeah, my personal growth is more on the discovering lah. Yeah, so many people they ask me like, should I continue to master after degree, or because I don't know what to do. I would recommend is to take time to explore because you never know what's coming ahead. Like I never thought that I'm gonna work in the cave. I never thought that I'm gonna go to Spice Garden. I never thought that I got the chance to volunteer in Sabah. I never thought that I'm able to study langurs as well. So everything just happened at the right time. Yeah.
It's really cool. It's like your how to say your lifestyle is very much like how you say also like you really like to go out there and educate people. Even until now you're
Yes.
still doing. But like
Yes, until now still doing that.
yeah. But just now you mentioned about Dark Cave. Now that it's closed, what's the reason why it's closed? This is out of the topic sikit lah, but I just
Yeah.
very curious.
Yes, I won't go into details because it's quite complicated. So basically, Duck Cave now they plan to change management. Yeah, so still waiting for further notice. Yeah, that's all.
Oh, I thought it was what you call they purposely close it to conserve the animals inside because you guys do tour guide inside, right? The Duck Cave.
Yeah, but for
Right.
the Duck Cave, one thing good is we always do a visitor impact assessment. Yeah, so for us, one of the routine was like my colleagues and I, right, we will take turn to go into the cave every morning. Like mine is like maybe every 2 days, and then we have the anemometer, yeah, a device to measure the light intensity, the humidity, etc. Yeah, all these different parameters. Yeah, and then we come up with a report, see whether the number of visitors per month, like for example in October 2013, whether is it hitting certain threshold. Yeah, for example like that, so that we're able to know like okay, there's the limitation number on the visitors that we should bring into the cave. Yeah, so I would say that Duck Cave Conservation Site managed by Cave Management Group, yeah, the company that I work with, yeah, it was a very, very good company and I learned a lot from them and they are all awesome people. Yeah.
Okay, I'm just looking at the chat now. I see. Is that you,
Yes,
Melissa?
just let me know any question.
The Gaspar kids. Ayo, long time. The Gaspar kids. That username. They're like I thought like kids class was so loud with them. So malu lah. See.
Tak nak malu lah. Good to catch up.
Oh. And then like since you do a lot of like outdoor work, going to field works and so on, and then but then now you do say that you're focusing more on your thesis now lah. But like
Yeah.
what's how is Langur project adapting to MCO? Do you guys go quiet for a while, or are you guys still doing something right now?
Yeah, we're still doing mostly online stuff because MCO happens. I would say that all research and fieldworks throughout the world are all affected, right? Yeah, so we can't go into the forest. We can't do outdoor activities. Yeah, like for example, LPP had to cancel 3 outdoor programs due to MCO, and now the fourth and fifth one, which is used to be in our calendar. Yeah, so it was quite disappointing lah, but it's for the best, so that in the future we know what to improve, and it's a good time for us to reflect on ourselves. But yes, LPP do have something huge coming up, which I'm not gonna provide you guys the information right now, but Sue knows. Yeah, if you guys want, then you can ask Sue, but I
I thought
believe
you're going to.
Sue won't
I
giving
thought
out
you're
the
going.
information. Yeah. Yeah, we have something huge coming up, so I hope that everyone can stay tuned on our social media. Yeah, everyone will able to know within these 2 weeks, and we are preparing lots of online materials, graphic, animation, music, yeah, posters. Yeah, we just need some time to get everything together before pushing out to the public, so that public able to be a part of the interaction, yeah, be a part of the loop, be a part of the cycle. Yeah.
Mm.
Tabah
Okay.
Sabah, like Hai Sian said, hashtag Tabah Sabah and tahan.
Hashtag Sabah. Hashtag Sabah. Oh, there's Sabah and Sabah. Emilia is here. Hi.
Yeah. Emilia! And Zeyi here also. Ayo, Zeyi, Zeyi went quiet for a while because, yeah,
Okay.
she was working on her dissertation. Emilia. Hello.
I'm
Yes.
missing the Backyard Explorer program so much. Yeah, so that class is called Backyard Explorer
Mm,
with Ubi.
mm,
Yeah,
yeah.
what to do? Stay home lah. Okay, I think so.
Yeah lah.
I'll just go. We received a few questions already, and
Yes.
I'll just start asking you the questions already lah.
Mm-hmm.
There's 2 questions from Shangmin. One is what's the biggest inspiration in conserving Langur, and then another one is how to collaborate with team members from different backgrounds. That's Shangmin's question.
Okay, so I'll start with the biggest inspiration. I also gonna start with the question that people often ask me. I would say that majority, 90% of the time, when people first see me, and then they will ask me this question already. Why Dusky
Mm.
Langer? Why? They ask me why? Why not macaques? Why not orangutan, etc.? Well, I have to be honest. I used to be fascinated by reptiles. I used to be fascinated by invertebrates. Yeah, but then why langurs? Like just like what I explained just now a little bit about my background, which is it's all happening at the same time. Because when I was working in Batu Cave, the Dark Cave conservation site, I started to see lots of langurs moving around the limestone area. So I was very curious, like, oh, langurs around Limestone Hill. Never heard that before during the time. Yeah, quite new to me. So I started to Google, then realized that, oh, their behavior, their ecology are so different from the macaques that we usually see around our neighborhood. Yeah. And then second thing was when I was working in Spice Garden, and then I started to see like a few groups of langurs around Batu Ferringhi, Telok Bahang area. Then I realized that, wow, they are very unique in terms of their feeding behavior, and also in terms of their movement, because we can see them very often by the road. While certain area we can't see them at all, certain area we see them in the orchard. So you're able to see they are dispersing in different types of habitats. Yeah, so when I sat down with Dr. Nadine, and then we talked about the opportunity of research, I was being proposed orangutan, gibbons, etc. And then I used to be fascinated by all kinds of animals. I love animals, generally all kinds of animals. And then I realized that, okay, due to my family condition, my mom health condition during that time, I need to stay in Penang. So my research must be based in Penang. And then second, due to financial reason during that time, because everyone know when you're a research student, you have no income, you need to apply for grants and scholarship. So during that time, you have no grants and scholarship. What you do, you must find a cheapest way to do research. Agree, right? Everyone agree, right? Yeah, so then I realized that, yeah, lah. Okay, I want to do primates. And since macaque, someone already done it already, so why not the langurs lah? Yeah. So my biggest inspiration behind researching langurs, yeah, this was a question, right? Yeah, biggest inspiration is just to trying to find out more about them, yeah, is to get into their world. I think just like Jane Goodall, I want to be in the world of Jane Goodall. How can I experience that? Which is through stalking primates. Yeah. And yeah, this answer your question, good,
Yeah. Shami, answer
yeah,
your question.
Yeah, then I'll go. Yeah, it's fine. Okay, so the second question. Yeah, repeat again the second question, please.
Yeah, let me check back. How to collaborate with team members from different backgrounds?
Different backgrounds. Like for me, I work in an urban area. I don't work with indigenous people. Yeah. So the people that I deal with mostly are working individuals. Yeah. And some are actually quite highly educated. So for people who have different perspective about wildlife compared to you, yeah, so you need to do a lot of storytelling. You need to talk a lot. Most importantly, do not always criticize. Like for example, us as conservationists, when we see people feeding monkeys, very good example. And then as a conservationist, your instinct will tell you that, okay, feeding monkey is wrong. That is a bad person because he's feeding monkey. So you go ahead and then you scold that person. I used to do that. I have to admit, I used to do that. Then I realized that this is not the way, because there are many possibilities and reason or factors that why encourage human beings to feed monkeys. If we think from their standing point, you're able to clear your mind a bit and then use a different method to speak to them. Instead of going like, uncle, you can't feed monkey, wrong word, you get fined, something like that. You can change the way like, uncle, you know that last week I heard someone got hurt, because he was feeding monkey. Yeah, and then the uncle was started curious, like, oh my god, I'm holding the banana, I'm going to feed the monkey. How? Yeah. So through communication, like the correct communication and storytelling, I always encourage storytelling, whether you're faking a story or what, but relevant story lah. Okay. And then you're able to drag people attention, and then you're able to communicate with a wider range of people. Yeah. For me, I'm working mostly with urban people. You can say ignorant people as well. You can say people, yes, you know what I mean? Yeah. Yeah, so I still face a lot of challenges. My team is not big. I had a lot of volunteers in and out. But in order to ensure people stay, like Sue, she stayed with us from day one until now, this requires a lot of chemistry between both individuals, which is the founder itself and also the volunteer itself. And as a leader, you need to help that person to grow and help that person to be a better individuals and provide a platform for them to shine. Like if you have an engineering person want to join a board, what can you provide them? Don't ask what he or she can provide you. You ask yourself what you can provide them. Like we have a guy, like for example, we had a gentleman, his name is Vicky. Yeah, so he's an engineer. Yeah, so he came to me, say, I want to help. Yeah, so I'm thinking like, what are you interested? And then he told me that, oh, I saw your camera track thing, maybe I can suggest you all can install a solar panel. So he proposed solar panel. Then I said, do it. Instead of when people sending you resume and then you straight away say, I want to do this, I want to do that. You can't ask an engineering person to do art if he or she is not interested. Yeah, so trying to think out of the box and then provide more opportunities, platform for that particular team member to shine. Yeah.
Yeah, it's cool. Yeah, it's
wow, Jocelyn, Google quote, don't ask what the world can do for you, but what you can do for the world. Yeah.
Okay, I'm going to scroll up because I think so. I saw some questions just now.
Okay, yeah, please remind me.
Can we see langurs in Klang Valley by Melissa? The one in Kuala Selangor are macaques, right?
Okay.
And
all right. So
monkey also in Kuala Selangor, long-tail macaques also. So wait, did KX answer Melissa, or Jolene also can tambah also the answer?
Okay, so start with the first question. Can we see dusky langurs in Klang Valley? Is it?
Yes.
Yeah. So far on our citizen science report, right? In Klang Valley itself, is Cheras considered as Klang Valley?
Somebody clarify.
So in Klang, okay. So in the city center itself, unfortunately you can't see dusky langurs anymore. I think so, because until now we don't have any city science report on that. For me, I can't give you guarantee answer right now because most of our data is from citizen scientists, especially those who live in different parts of Peninsular Malaysia, not in Penang. Yeah. So far we received reports of mostly Klang Valley. You have better opportunities to sight the white-tide surili. White-tide surili, you can Google it up. Yeah, maybe Sue later can just type in the comments. White-tide surili, long-tailed macaques. Yeah, and in certain like a forest reserve, you can even still hear gibbons as well. Yeah. But for dusky langurs, right, recently we received sightings that you're able to see them around Cheras area, which is the what's the place there? The Utah area. Yeah, Utah area there, the dusky langurs are coming up. Yeah.
If how about us KX, you're right, one white ties really. Because my phone is in this position, it's very hard for me to move it. I cannot move it. I'm charging my phone at the same time.
Okay, Ifin said Cheras is standing between KL and Selangor. Thank you, thank you. Yeah, so around the Sungai Long area, you can see Duskies, and I had a few lecturers that working in the Utah, and then so they have been updating me on the sightings of the dusky langurs over there. And in Klang Valley, we also received quite a lot of reports of urban dueling, white-tide surili as well. Yeah.
White-tide KX, not white-tided. Really.
White-tide surili. Hey, it's correct. Yeah, you can call it white-tide surili or white-tide surili. It's fine. Yeah.
Oh, is it? Okay. Now I know.
Yes. Hi, Paul. Paul is here as well. We have more friends joining us. Great. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah lah, tolak makan. That's how the most amazing story just went through. And he just went through. Then you have to keep an eye on the Rimba YouTube soon, which Sue gonna upload the whole video up. Yeah, whole interview video up.
Yeah lah. Tak larat lah. I puasa.
You can do it.
What's your view now that since all these stories of when MCO started, when quarantine, people go in quarantine and animals all start coming out. And I think so, if I'm not mistaken, I saw LPP shared on macaques going into swimming pool somewhere in Tanjung Bunga, is it? Yeah, so
the one was in Tanjung Bunga, correct, yes.
Have you received more what you call comments or feedbacks from people saying that they're seeing more monkeys coming out now?
Yes, correct. Yeah, we have been receiving these comments like every couple of days, especially our citizen scientists located in Tanjung Bunga and Teluk Bahang of Penang. And also we receive reports of macaques as well. Yeah, so I would say that don't panic. Like usually if you don't see langurs throughout the time of the year and then all of a sudden during MCO you can see them, is completely normal. Yeah, because when animals, they realize that there's no human disturbances, they would like to explore, just like us. Human, we like to explore. Animals, they like to explore as well. They explore so that to try to scout for new routes and also look for more food plants opportunity. But if they come out, the best thing to do is to appreciate them from a distance. This is very important. Some people, they WhatsApp me and then they say that, oh, normally we don't see macaques, normally we don't see langurs, all of a sudden they come to our condo, they stay on our roof, and then they come like a few of them are staying on the roof, and then how we all very excited, very panic. Yeah, so the first thing is do not panic, appreciate them from a distance. Don't have to do anything. Don't have to call Perhilitan yet, don't have to call Bomba, don't have to call anyone to catch them. It's completely normal for them to come to your residential area just to look around. When they realize that, okay, there's no food and there's no corridors for them to move around, the monkeys, the wildlife, they are smart enough to figure out a way back to their habitat. Yeah, so do not interfere, appreciate them from a distance. And second most important is do not feed the animal. Yeah, many people, when they see wildlife in urban area, they always feel like, oh, bomi kecil, nothing to eat, I should feed them. Yeah, please do not feed wild animals. Yeah, I'm sure that Rimba has been doing a lot of education on no feeding wildlife as well. Yeah, which I stated in the beginning during the story of the uncle, the feeding monkey. Do not criticize them when you see them feed wildlife. Instead of, stand from their perspective and explain to them the reason why you shouldn't feed the wildlife. What I always do is to provide them several reasons. First is if you feed them, you may feed them the wrong food because you have no idea what they eat. Like macaques, normally we see macaques is like going through scavenging the dustbin, etc., in the forest reserve or in the parks, etc. Yeah, they're feeding all the sugary food, all the junk food, etc. Yes, like this Gaspar kids, right? But they seem so hungry. Then you have to ask yourself, why do they seem so hungry? Because wildlife, especially monkeys, they spend their day, like for example, 12 hours a day of the daylight, foraging and moving in the forest. This is their normal behavior, hashtag normal behavior. Yeah, so they will be eating, sleeping, playing, grooming throughout the day. So if we started to feed them, first, they will become lazy. Second, they will be addicted to our food because our food has lots of sugar. Sugar can cause people to be addicted, just like we addicted to coffee, we addicted to tobacco, etc. So once they're addicted already, what to do? They will crave for more. So are they really hungry? You ask yourself, how do you know they're hungry? We can't see their stomach, what? Unless you stay there for 12 hours and then sampling them, record their behavior, and then you can write down like how many grams of food they eat. Then you know whether they're hungry or not. This is like an anthropogenic perception that we apply on animals. When the dogs see you like this with their big eyes, you thought that they're hungry. They're not hungry. They are just being cheeky. Yeah. You know what I mean? Yeah. So this one I was mentioning like first lah. Okay. The first thing I will always say is like you don't know what to feed them. Like dusky langurs, for example. Many people think that they are like macaques. They can eat junk food. They can eat lots of insects. They can even eat small invertebrates, etc. Actually, they are folivorous. They are mainly feeding on leaves. Yeah, folivorous. Yeah, if one of the dusky can write down the name in the chat group, will be great. Yeah, they are folivorous animals. They choose certain types of leaves to eat, but doesn't mean that all kinds of leaves they'll eat. Yeah, doesn't mean that you simply pluck like a wild leaf they'll eat already. They choose certain type of leaves to eat so that can give them the sufficient nutrients for their body. So different types of animals have different diet. Just like some people need gluten-free food, some people are vegetarian like myself, some people are vegan, some people are raw vegan. Yeah, you can't simply feed everyone the same food. Just like you can't simply feed every monkey the same food. Yeah.
Dr. Pelf is here from TCS.
Yeah, Pelf is here. Hello.
Yeah, speaking of the feeding, that's one thing I've experienced something very funny that I've experienced when I what I call it with LPP at Penang Botanical Garden. My site was in Botanical Garden. LPP had different sites, right? So for those who have been to Botanical Garden, there's this when you enter you masuk the entrance, to the right there's the gift shop. So there's this one season, there's one short season where the langurs like to hang out on the rooftop of that gift shop, and that's the area where one of the areas where tourists will normally just hang out there. And then I've seen people trying to feed. They will bring in peanuts. This was before Dr. Saw came into BG lah. That time Guru wasn't there. And then what you call, they brought in like peanuts to feed the monkeys. So they saw this family saw a langur sitting on top of the roof, and they wanted to feed the langur, so they were just holding out the food and was like trying to call with the sound.
Yes.
Langur,
yeah.
I how langurs just ignore you. And mind
yes,
your own business.
Yes.
And the langurs ignored
talking about this.
To feed the monkey. They threw the peanuts at the langurs, but the langurs just don't bother.
They don't care, right?
Yeah.
Yes, talking about this, I would like to show a video to everyone. Yeah, which is quite interesting because like we used to work a lot by the road because we were observing the movement of the langurs, crossing the road, etc. So one day, I think it was last year, and then we realized that by the barrier, right, the barrier between the road and the sea, there were lots of junk food, peanuts, Cheeto rings, etc. And then so we assumed that someone leave it there and then for the macaques to feed on. And then the group of langurs that we were studying, when they came out from the forest, decided to cross the road, and then they would walk on the barrier. Then they were trying to avoid the snacks as well. They were not interested in the food at all. Yeah. So there are many people that they would tell me that I want to feed the langurs, but the langurs move away, just like what Sue experienced. It is completely normal. But the problem is public always think that it's not normal at all. Yeah, they would think that, okay, if I feed, yeah, the animal should take it. Maybe it's like a human ego, you know. Like if we feed the animal something, we assume that they must accept the offer, you know, because we're being kind. Yes, kind is one thing. But in order to contribute to wildlife conservation, we need to think the different way. But we can't blame people for not thinking the same way as us, because they are not us. Yeah. But we, as conservationists, people who love nature, we're able to think from their standing point and what are the ways to find a balance in between both sides of communication. I can't really find the video right now. I think it's in the hard disk, but I don't want to spend a lot of time in searching through the hard disk. But we're gonna put up the link later. Later, I'll discuss with Sue on some relevant video on no feeding monkeys. Yeah.
Do you plan to? Is there any Duskies that will be joining us in the video? Maybe can join
Yes. Yeah, who wants to join? Can we have Kaizen? Because Kaizen right now, he's doing his FYP on long-tailed macaques. So maybe he can share a little bit experience on how people deal with long-tailed macaques in UM campus. Kaizen, can you click on request to join the video, please? Come. Yeah,
so
while we wait. Yeah, I know. Yes, correct. Yeah, while we're waiting for Kaizen, we can carry on first, lah. Yeah, to keep the conversation flowing.
Yeah, there are like I really want to ask you about environmental education, but I feel like I would like to put forward all these questions that other people ask. Can we see dusky langurs at mainland of Penang? Never been lucky enough to see one at Penang Hill habitat to Saskit lah, but they are there.
Yeah, habitat you can see them actually. Yeah, Penang Hill is one of the easiest spot in Penang to spot dusky langurs, black giant squirrel, long-tailed macaques, all kinds of fascinating wildlife. Yeah, because Penang Hill is like, you know, yeah, it's like full of nature resources, and the virgin forest is there. And then so if you spend a little bit more time there, maybe you were up there just for half a day. If can, I would recommend like a full day. And then bring your binoculars, and then try to be zen a bit, try to be calm a bit instead of looking at your phone, your Instagram, right? Yeah, try to look around, listen to the call of the dusky langurs. Yeah, because the dusky langurs, the babies, right? It sounds like this, very high pitched call. So you definitely can hear it like from 1 to 2 kilometer distance. Yeah, so when you hear the call, try to look towards the direction of the call and then start stalking. Yeah, this is why the title of this chat is Chasing Duskies, because we have been chasing them, more than 3 years already, 4 years already. Yeah. Oh, KXA. Yeah. KXA, 2 people maximum lah for the one. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
But so you can do another session with KX, you know.
KX
on the
another
session. Yes. Yeah, do another session with KX. So everyone, one of the Duskies, Kaizen, he may be doing another Insta live session with Sue talking on long-tailed macaques. Yeah. Yes. Nice. Co-impression 10 to 10.
I am actually trying to find more people to talk to for next week's session. We might have a next session for next week since MCO extended. Whoa!
Yes. Kaizen will be great because his research is in UM. Yeah, so it fits UM Rimba as well. Yeah, so Kaizen can talk more about food plants as well. Yeah, food plants of the long-tailed macaques. Oh, yo, I'm giving him stress already. He must be so stressed now.
And my script.
Yeah.
Okay,
we can carry on.
We have a very interesting question from Wu Chi Yong. Sorry if I pronounce your name wrong. Hi, for the silver langur in Selangor. I was talking about, sorry, this is out topic a bit. I was talking to another friend. Why Selangor people say Selangor? Selangor, not Selangor.
Selangor.
Selangor. Okay, sorry. For the silver langur in Selangor, does its taxonomic remains as silver langur as subspecies or Selangor silver langur as a distinct species?
Right now, so far, the taxonomy is a distinct species. Yeah. So the Selangorisis is another species. Yeah.
How many subspecies of langurs are there?
For the Duskies, there's 7 subspecies. 7. So the one on the Penang mainland and the one on Penang Island itself is different subspecies. But this research was done quite some time ago. So we still need researchers that focusing on the taxonomy and the genetics of the langurs, hopefully columbines, yeah, to look into this again, and then so that we can provide more evidence. Yeah.
Okay, we have a request from Kushal. He said, "Hi everyone, wildlife feeding can tie to tourism. Feeding does create revenues for the state, for example, in Kuala Selangor. How do you suggest to mitigate this issue?"
For the Kuala Selangor case study, right, I think there are lots of conservationists and the NGO has been working quite hard, yeah, in trying to educate the public. And there were a few research students as well. They are doing research. I think some of the research still ongoing, and there are few papers on the feeding behavior, the ecology, the movement of the silver langurs over there. Yeah, so that all these papers can provide evidence that how a human feeding habit actually alter their natural behavior, etc. Yeah, but this require a long term of hard work, and also the persistence of the individuals that trying to fight for the cause of no feeding animals. Like when you talk about conservation effort, there are many people who always rely on researchers and conservationists or even governments to actually doing get all these things done. But one thing important is conservation is about everyone. It's about not just one particular stakeholder, but everyone to be involved. But of course, to get everyone involved, which is very difficult, one thing that all of us can start doing is by simply educating and also start to talk more about this. Start from social media sharing, etc. It's a very complicated process. Yeah, like a very small thing like set up a signage by the road is also very complicated already. Yeah, if you want to stop the revenue for the park or not letting people to buy snacks to feed the monkeys, to them can be a very threatening thing. But right now at MCO, people are not going back to feed the monkeys. So the monkeys may struggle a bit. Like I was saying that once they rely on human food, the primates, the non-human primates may don't know what to eat anymore. Yeah, they may need some time to explore around and then start to look for their food plants resources again. Yeah, let's see how after MCO, see the behavior of the langurs over there. If they spend more time in the forest instead of coming up to the park itself, it can be a good sign that people start thinking about a post MCO plan. Maybe for economy and the revenue wise, things can be channeled to other different aspects of the activities instead of feeding monkey itself. Yeah.
Okay, for those who Jolene answered your question, do let us know if your question is answered. Another question from beautiful mind underscore speaks. Wah, hebat punya ini username.
Hebat punya username ni.
Hello, I would like to know that this being recorded? Oh yes, it is being recorded.
Yes.
We will post it up in Rimba's YouTube page. So probably tonight, hopefully by tonight lah, can tengok balik. Xiangmin asked, apart from langur, what is your second most favorite wildlife? Oh, nice question.
Second favorite wildlife, like species wise or group of animal wise? Second favorite wildlife, wow. I would say snakes lah, groups of animals lah, snakes lah, I love snakes. Yeah, especially the place that I live in here, I see snakes quite often. Yeah, because I live in a farmhouse, so I'm able to learn more about snakes. Like a few of my friends, like Muin and then Kurt, they sometimes receive my message like, what snake is this? What snake is that? So through living in the environment that closer to the forest, I'm able to learn more about particular groups of animals. I would say snakes lah. Yeah, to answer the question.
Langurs have a very interesting reaction towards snake when they come across snakes, right?
Yes. Talking about this, I can actually share the video to everyone to watch. I think I have the video here. Emily, are you still here? Give us a shout out. Are you still here? I'm gonna play one of the videos recorded by you during fieldwork. Yeah, to show everyone. Yeah, how do langurs react when there's snakes in front of them or nearby them. So I will share my personal experience. So normally before we encounter snakes, the langurs will, and for the langurs, they have particular types of alarm call when they see or realize that there's a threat around. Snakes are one of them. So they call like this. these are normally the female subadults, and the juveniles, they would call like this. Yeah, so, but for the male, the alpha male, the king of the family, it would call like this, like, uh-huh, uh-huh, uh-huh. Yeah. So when you hear the combination of different calls, right? Like for us, we already experienced in the field, like Amelia, she used to hear a lot as well. And we would know that, oh, there must be a snake nearby. Then the second thing to do is to try to look for the snake. But how? The forest so big, how would you look for the snake? Is to see where the langurs are. Because the langurs, they like to go kacau the snake. They like to go disturb the snake. Let me show you this video. This was recorded by Amelia. Okay. So the langurs here, and you can see a viper here. See that? Yeah, this was the juvenile. And then leap towards the snake, trying to challenge the snake, trying to disturb the snake. Then after that, you'll see something going on, which is another langur would leap in, and then try to further disturb the snake as well. Yeah, see the snake, like showing the fangs, trying to warn them that, okay, it's time to move away because I'm venomous. And the langurs, they're not stupid as well. They're not like human. What also want to catch out, what also want to catch. For the langurs, they know what animal to touch, what animal they shouldn't touch. Yeah. So there's more video on our Facebook and YouTube as well. So go check it out.
Yeah, if that's one of the questions that I'm keen to ask Jolene also. Like, LPP made some videos and things of posters also you guys made for some, and also made it into several media publications. So probably, if LPP doesn't mind sharing us links for us to, like, for Rimba to re-share it. What's the word for Facebook? Share it back, because Twitter retweet mah.
Yes, correct. Yes, can. Yeah, we can do that. We can write a Instalive post. Yeah, trying to gather all the links towards particular types of science communication material, and then so that you guys can just click on the link and then to view on the science communication material. Yeah, some of the materials that we're really proud of is the poster of the canopy bridge. Yeah, for information, we built a canopy bridge for the langurs to cross the road. So we have quite a few media publication on that, on comics and on scientific posters as well. Yeah, we are more than happy to share with everyone.
Do you have any advice you could give to those who are out there, those who are watching this, how they can start or improve their environmental education work? Probably some who are interested to teach, start teaching people on environmental education. So is there any qualities needed as an environmental educator?
From my personal experience, would be partnership and collaboration. If without partnership and collaboration, we won't be achieving the small milestone that we have so far. When I started to kind of like launch the environmental education part from LPP, because before that I was doing as a career in Dark Cave Conservation Site and in Tropical Spice Garden. That was my job. But then after I founded LPP, after I researched for a while, after I gather more information on the Dusky, how do I reach out to the public instead of using social media? Social media is another thing. You create poster, you create a media publication, people can access. But for me, the most effective way is still face-to-face interaction. When you bring the kids and adults to the forest and you talk to them about the natural resources around them, it feels different. The connectedness to nature within the human being definitely will be different as well. And talking about this, we are collaborating with a psychologist to look into the impact of outdoor environmental education towards the human appreciation of nature. So more information coming up here. Okay, go back to the question. So I would say that partnership and collaboration. So I was very lucky because I have two dear friends. One of them is my ex-lecturer, and one of them is his wife. So Yun Yun and Hong Jin from Nature Classroom. Yeah, so they have been very supportive of LPP since day one. So they came to me, it's like, hey, come, let's do a program together. So they were very experienced, and then they know how to organize activities. They have the networking, etc. So for me, I started as being the teacher for their organization, but LPP as a partnership as well. So eventually, when you do more activities, and then you start promote more, do a lot of social marketing, people will know your value and then know what kind of services you're providing. And then eventually you're able to attract more collaboration and partnership. Never do things alone. Do things with a team. And have a very open mind. Because you can't always have the ego that my thing is the best and I can do everything by myself. But we have to admit lah, we are not perfect. There are some gaps in our expertise that we need to be filled up by other experts and friends as well. And to me, collaboration and partnership, these two things is the most crucial. If you want to start an environmental education program, start talking to people, start learning from people. Yeah, start following their tours, start following their programs, see how they do it, come up with a protocol, find collaborators, or start by a very simple Instalive with Sue. You know, all this matter. Just don't be.
Boleh request Instalive lagi.
Yeah, yeah, like what we say in Hokkien. Yeah, what we say in Hokkien is mai pai se lah. Means you have to be thick face, you know, thick skin lah. Yeah, you have to be thick skin to approach people. And then when you do environmental education in the forest or you do it online, it's also very difficult, very challenging. You can ask Mindy, you can ask Kaisen, you can ask everyone to follow me in my program, or even Sue lah. They all know my behavior and they all know my pattern. I'm a very animated person. When I explain about a tree, when I explain about dusky, I move a lot and my facial expression is very exaggerating. Yes, this is my style.
We get a nice photo of me, Minu, KX. We've done like we tried our best to take a nice photo of Jolene, but we just can't. So we have a whole collection of Jolene's facial expression. It's only special for Jolene only.
Yes, okay. Yeah. So you need to find your position in environmental education. Yeah. Okay, that's all.
Okay, so since we are a bit running out of time I'll just go through the last few words that 2 minutes lah. Balki said, now I know what the sound means when I hear them near Gunung Raya. Langkawi.
Great. Yeah. Oh yes, when you see or when you hear Duskies, right, around different parts of Peninsular Malaysia, please PM us. You can reach us through Facebook, WhatsApp, Instagram, Twitter as well. And then so that we can pin the location somewhere on the Google Map so that we can know that, a citizen scientist informed us about the call of dusky langur at certain location. Yeah.
Earth Lodge, last question. Earth Lodge Malaysia asks, are you planning to work on other species other than langur?
Yes, I do. So when we research about dusky langurs, right, many people thought that we only look at the monkeys itself. But forest is like so diverse. Even in Penang, many people think that Penang have no valuable forest. It depends on the definition of valuable. Like for me, I work mostly in secondary forests. Yeah, you can ask the other duskies that work in the forest of our study site before, including Sue. Even though the forest we work in is like secondary forest, but it's like very, very, very diverse. So we can see different types of wildlife surrounding the dusky langurs. It's something that I look forward. But for future plan, right? Okay, a little bit time more. For a future plan, right? I would like to be managing more on the science communication part, because I always feel that we really need to bridge the gap. Yeah, and for research-wise, I really hope for more students to come on board. Doesn't have to be focusing on dusky langurs. It can be the sympatric species, means the species of animals that live with the dusky langurs, the trees, the phenology of the food plant, etc. All this contributed to data, and the data contributed to science communication, and science communication goes to community conservation.
If these photos, I might do another quick live one with Jolene.
Okay, can. We can plan for that. Yeah, you can ask